This training video will show you how to carry out a remote isolation for CV8 at Paraburdoo using the REMSAFE field isolation station. The acronym is FIS, referred to as a FIS. The FIS for CV8 is located on the drive platform between the conveyor motor and the tramp metal magnet. Mounted on the FIS panel door is a sign indicating what tasks the FIS can be used for. These are tramp metal removal, roller change out, electrical auxiliary replacements, extra low voltage only, belt cleaner repairs, belt liner replacement, belt defect repairs, belt thickness testing, inspection and cleaning, brake repairs and testing, steel structural repairs, and cyclone tie down. A FIS will be available provided the prerequisites have been met, and these are: the conveyor must be stopped, it must be stationary, and it must be out to maintenance. Pressing the request for isolation in step 1 will notify the operator in the central control room that you require a remote isolation. Step 2, the lights will flash and the HMI will display the time remaining for the operator in the central control room to either deny your isolation or approve your isolation. When the approval is done, the HMI will display this, and the indicators in step 2 will transition from flashing to steady. The remote isolation process will now commence. In step 3, the REMSAFE system does a self-test and checks outside its system of all variables, ensuring that they are safe to be operated for a remote isolation. The phase indication lights will transition from on to off. This indicates that the isolators are in the isolated position. And the indication lamps in step 3 will be steady, and the HMI prompting you to go to step 4 to rotate the isolator lockout switch. This is enabled through the electrical mechanical lock being released at this point. In step 5, the tri-step indication lamps will flash. The HMI will prompt you to push the tri-step push button. Pressing this commences the tri-step process. This will take a few seconds. When complete, the HMI will indicate this and the indication lamps will remain on steady. Lift the flap to cover the isolator switch, align the holes, pass the hasp through the holes, attach your personal lock and tag. You may proceed to carry out your designated task. Once your task has been completed, the de-isolation using the REMSAFE FIS is a very easy process. When you open the door, you'll need to remove your tag, your personal lock and hasp, and lower the flap. Then rotate the isolator lockout switch from the isolate position to the normal position. Please note that once this is done, it cannot be rotated back. The available lights will flash, indicating that de-isolation has commenced. This is also displayed on the HMI. The phase indication lights will transition from off to on. This indicates that the isolators have moved out of their isolated position. Please note that when the isolator lockout switch is moved from the isolated to the normal position, the internal electromechanical lock engages and it cannot be rotated back to isolate. A full request test isolation process needs to be commenced from the very beginning in order to release that lock to rotate that switch. So ensure that all your litter is removed and the door can be closed securely, keeping out the water and dust, and the job is done.